Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, innovating, and amazing, spectacular, wondrous Propagandacaster. I'm your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda. He lives like defender of the fatherland, your lord and master, your vox populi. Off here to a 1v1 on Vilshanka in the west. It is Mcbain, fighting for the Oberkommando West of Germany, Deutschland, taking on the role here of the... Let's just go with 12th SS Panzerdivision Hitlerjugend. There's an east, it is Ashablois, fighting here for King and Country, the Commonwealth, the British Army. Sitting out here with the double section start here. Forming up the 11th Armored Division, we got Commander Regiment, Royal Artillery and Royal Engineer with the Infantry, Machine Gun and Tank versus Luftwaffe, Breakthrough and Fortifications here for Mcbain. Double Volkswagen versus triple section soon here to soon be. Plus the Sturmpanzer centers the section here, closing in and trying to get the kill there, but already there. One man goes down, but still up close. The Sturmpanzer's DPS will allow him to beat the section here with some ease. So there you go, good work there. And as always, a big hearty thanks to my paid supporters who keep me in the business. Without them, I would certainly not be able to do this. So big thanks to you. And of course, big thanks to those who donate. You too can join those ranks by the plenty on Patreon. You'll just donate. Links in the description. Nice new comment, like, share, subscribe. The whole, YouTube algorithm dance. It's kind of a funny dance. I can't really show it to you. But anyways, Sturmpanzer are down to 2 men low on health. Still got the centre victory point. Seized from out under the Tommy's nose. The section advancing up. He grabbed northern point with the Volksgrenadiers and the south bit more centre got the Volksgrenadiers going in there. Probably should pull back the Sturmpanzer squad. Pushing it a bit matchy, I think. Mr. Mcbain. Section moving south. It's on the on the fuel point. Full squad up north here, moving further northwards here. Sturmpanzer is something right out here. I'm guessing it's hoping to get a bit of extra damage in active loud, and plus the active is bait here. So I would say high risk when you have Mcbain, but it actually paid off in this case. But again, highly risky, and if it backfired on him, Mcbain would have been in a terrible spot since he just lost the 300 manpower assault team in the early game. So definitely high risk for Mcbain, but in this case it paid off, allowed him to push back the section, actually push for the curve point. So again, risky, but in this case paid off. Those are sometimes situations you'll find yourself in, like, sometimes to work out, sometimes they don't. You guys like consider, like, the risk calculation, then it's worth it. Almost got the point there, but disrupted then, time forced retreat, but he then has forced them, Ashablois there to pull the 2 section towards, the point right next to the base, allowing Mcbain to make further progress across the map. So, thumbs up to Mcbain here, trotting the way there. The Schwerer Wehrmacht Schlepper, or heavy Wehrmacht Hauler, really. Sectioning northwards there for Nemesis, triple sections in fact. Then we got 4 sections total here for Ashablois, aka Nemesis. Occasionally split up on that one, but anyways, I believe that is Ashablois. We got section moving ahead here, got the Sturmpanzer moving about there. Capital section in the centre. Charging in there. Sturmpanzer about to get wiped out. Getting a bit risky there for Mcbain. They definitely want the centre, but need to be careful not to get drawn too far into it and just end up losing manpower without really achieving anything against Ashablois. Folks coming about there, trucks sitting about. Probably a Belgrade headquarters, is indeed the Kampfgruppe Hauptquartier. University there for Ashablois. Bit of a later one you'd normally say in these situations here, but still, versus the Oberkommando West, you don't have like any immediate easy choices against it, so does make sense here. Again, it's just a really annoying unit to deal with. Sandbags here by the southern fuel point, then moving to harass there. Good work by Mcbain, of course, falling back to their own sandbag position by the northern fuel point here. So, disruptive play there for Mcbain again, looking to perhaps bait Ashablois into the battle. But there you go, full squad there. Whew, that was a close one there, but Mcbain apparently has the devil's own luck there, and it's not in the Sturmpanzer by previously, but that full squad then made away there as well. Well, one man made away there, taking allowing the squad to be reconstituted. Ground the southern fuel point here, almost got it. University moving in. Probably going to be equipped with the Vickers K and there go Sturmpanzer. And there go concussive grenade. 2 times to Mcbain here. Really nice upgrade. Use there we go. Forcing a full retreat there. Couldn't get out of there in time. Would have obviously taken heavier losses there. So really good concussive grenade here. Good use of the concussive grenade can be, as you can see there, quite effective and really disrupt your opponent and make it very hard for them to get, like, push a defense or a offense. So very good push there, Mcbain. Really puts Ashablois there in a terrible spot. Falling back from here, probably home to bait him into within range of the Panzerfaust, perhaps. Oh wait, Ashablois here is getting a lot less fuel than their opponent. We got 13 versus 10, almost twice as much fuel there. Probably should pull back those Sturmpanzers, low on health, low on numbers, easily killed up by the Brits. Mcbain is obviously again playing a high stakes, high risk, high reward game, but need to be careful at some point. you know, his luck is going to cut out at that point. You know, he's going to, like, you know, risk being in a really bad spot there. Flak after with a 251-17. One of many variations on the 251 half-tech was a very flexible weapons platform being used for many things, just increasing as the war went on. You saw versions with cannons, 7.5mm cannons, that basically the same one used in the Stugi. You had versions with a Pack 40 being used as tank destroyers. You had mortar ones. You obviously had the Stukas first. You had ambulances. You had all sorts of communication versions there as well. You know, just all sorts of things there, just on the simple 251 half-track chassis. So, you know, a bit interesting there. Stone punch enforcing there. Medics following up there for Mcbain. No sign of doxing yet for either player. They are keeping their cards close there to the body. We got their bolster section for Ashablois, fix up the US can, adding the Vickers K. Which again, I'm never really sure they actually used that one in the Universal K. I know they used like heavy machine guns, I think 50 cals and 30 cal machine guns there, the biggest that was used, but I don't think they used the Vickers K. Interestingly enough. They also mounted occasionally anti-tank guns on them, I know. And there was also the Wasp there. But, I mean, it was a surprisingly flexible platform in that sense as well, though not quite as much as the 251, but you know. Saw a lot of, you know, variations there. What could be stuffed on it? You can have the Germans attaching Panzer 6 and turning into a tank hunter. In Normandy, in fact. Talking about the assault rifles, they've been increasing the firepower of Mcbain's forces. Still some of the doctrine, fact having pursued with the sappers. And be careful, Steel Partners all taken out again. No other support weapons here from Mcbain yet. Definitely relying heavily on the flak attack here. Versus there, good damage thing that's going to force some repairs here. Still, Ashablois has bounded back very nicely here from the initial setbacks there under Mcbain's very eager and aggressive command. He's actually getting control almost all 3 victory points now again, and getting to a good track of the map there, so thumbs up to Ashablois. Really good comeback there. Fixing up the flak half there, of course, that is a priority here for Mcbain. Need to get that one back in action versus the Tommies. The Inslav not going for the car puck, pushing further ahead here. Further good play, that's coming up. 6-pound gun in on the way for Ashablois to help deal with the flak half attack. Plus any other armour that Mcbain, of course, may decide to go for down the road. Got the Southern Victor Point here, section falling back. Almost got it going. Very good. MD34 moving ahead here. Well, obviously, Mcbain goes for next. Could of course consider a light infantry gun here versus the British and the support weapons. Bit of a light support never hurts. In fact, can go a long way. But still, slowly approaching the 10-minute mark. We're not seeing any doctrines. Oh, we got destroyed cover here being used by Ashablois. Very few players actually utilize this ability. You can see this very good for clearing up lines of fire, making it hard for the opponent to hide out. And apparently, they were hiding an entire cart under that. Wow. That's impressive in a strange way. Black coming again to the section there, heavy cover, crumbling away there. 6-pound gun on the move. Also got some mines here though from Mcbain, very good, heading to northern victory point. Taking advantage of Ashablois' position, forces him to south to then sneak northwards. Thumbs up, that's Mcbain. MD34 joining in section there. Probably shouldn't have flanked here rather than engage head on. Got the Vickers as well over here for Ashablois. World War I vintage heavy machine gun. Yep, fun fact there, water cooled obviously. Flak half tech behind the MD36. Folks support needs to retreat here. We got a flank in with the other folks support. They're looking to take advantage of the situation here. A bit risky, but I think it makes a lot of sense to be honest in the overall larger scheme of things. There you go. Oh, caught here by the suppressor fire, the Universal Cares Vickers K there. Flak half tech on taking up the 6-pounder gun there. Also was trying to pop an incendiary grenade on the 6-pounder, but Ashablois was a bit faster here than Mcbain and saw right through his scheme. Need to fix that. And there we go. We do get a solo here from Mcbain. The Leichter Infantry Geschütz 18. Back here, reinforcement healing for Ashablois. Nothing further going on there. And we are almost at the 10-minute mark. Another player has yet to commit fully to reveal their hand. There you go, T51-17. More or less good to go. Light Infantry Geschütz 18 almost done. Sectioning northwards there. And for run against the Universal Carrier, sabotaging northwards, flak half tech rushing straight into it. That's definitely a bit risky. And exit gun shoots Direct hit and anti-tank as well there. Mcbain caught in a rather spectacularly aggressive maneuver there that backfired on him, spectacularly so. Narrowly makes it away here with a flak half track, but his infantry's getting mauled here by the Vickers K and the Vickers machine gun. Brandhand Grenade over the head. Just doing what's about to get wiped out. He's not careful. Oh my god. Got the Universal Code of the Pantherfast here. Very good work there at least. But there you go. Full section moving from the north here. Sweeping through them. First one's going to try and up against 2 sections there. Already within range is not going to be enough there. I think, oh, actually managed it, but there's another set of sections on the south flanking there, going for the car point there. Mcbain there got bamboozled by Ashablois. Still need to fix up that flak half track, which got destroyed actually. I wasn't paying attention there. There's so much else going on there. Missed the flak half track, getting destroyed, which is definitely bad news then for Mcbain there. And obviously, really good news for Ashablois. We got grenades as well, further adding to the misery here under Mcbain's command. And he's going to have those chucked at him pretty regular. And we get Assault with Commandos. 2 thumbs up. Overlooked, but very powerful ability. Most of these, infantry assault abilities are actually really good and typically tend to get overlooked by a lot of players. So Ashablois here certainly putting it to good use here. Sappers benefiting from Commandos in the sections. MG34 here firing away there. Artillery firing down as well here. Continuing on, not to take consideration of the machines getting shot to bits out in the open with most of the troops being suppressed. They're still dealing, and there you go. All of them now suppressed. Artillery raining down there. Further heavy casualties amongst Ash's forces. Still. And a series of aggressive moves has really left Mcbain reeling there. Taking up here. Like we're setting up the strap hunter quarters around here to defend the fuel point and the car point at the same time. Typical Oberkommando list move. And it's typically what you should expect most, intermediate and to high skill overcoast players, to stuff. Even low skill players are probably just going to stuff like, their Schwerpanzer quarters close to the fuel point and the car point if possible. After a certain point. So generally always expect that. That or they place it further back to the base if they're sort of more the cautious type. We expect, to get hammered by anti-tank guns. But on average, most overcoast players will typically try to place the Schwerpanzer quarters close to the fuel and the car point on 1v1s. 2 versus 2s. Bit different there, depending on the map. And obviously in larger matchups, further different. But 1v1s is a typical good rule of thumb to keep in mind. Close to the Sappers. Sappers are beating them out. We got 370 to 464. Mcbain, though, has still yet to commit to a doctrine. Well, obviously, of course, as Ashablois makes any further use of the doctrine, of course, the smoke red operation. There's also mortar cover, Commandos, and the air supremacy operation. Big push to the north here, several sections moving in, backed up with the 6-pounder gun there. Schwerpunter core setting up, and just about done. Of course, should authorize it. Getting some mobiles on up with the grenade on the Sturm Pioneers, but they are suppressed, so should be able to finish off the section there. Machine gun retreat here right in front of the Sturm Pioneers, going to clear the further wide. Even they can't grab it. Just wiping it there, of course, still gets rid of the veterancy there. And of course, you can also just salvage it for fuel there. So, 2 thumbs at Mcbain, but at the same time, though, another devastating flank here, taking out Mcbain's machine gun. He's just going to steal that and turn that against Mcbain here. So, obviously, not all nice and dandy here for Mcbain. In fact, also lost a full Scandinavia squad. Getting a section wipe here, though, will help, but there's a good chance of all the sections and retreat path here. More or less in good condition. The Sturm Pines are going to get wiped, so really bad situation for Mcbain. Really bad. And again, just highlights the power of full man section with grenades here. They're incredible good, particularly also as retreating units. They have so much accuracy and firepower, they can have a good chance of help. In this case, the Mcbain once more sees his luck, pull through the Sturm Pioneers, avoid getting wiped. Incendiary grenade here by also toss the machine gun prevents Ash from easily getting onto it. So far raining down the run, that won't make it harder. We need to retreat those folks when it is now. This is harsh stuff, and there you go. None of the sections actually recruit the machine gun now. They're pretty much all 3 men. There goes Sappers moving up. Need to keep bombarding here. Actually can't do that. Yeah, brutal stuff here. Heavy losses on both sides with this. Ashablois has managed to hit there by grabbing the other guy's machine gun. Authorization down here, and Mcbain will be able to push out a tank here faster than Ashablois, who's actually flown a lot of resources. In fact, if they had been taking up, they'd probably be able to get out a crumble faster than Mcbain could get out a tank. So, bit of a slip up there, I think, by Ashablois. Bit of a slip up, but considering everything else, perhaps not crucial. Oh, we get Commandos. That does further delay the armor tech, though, and does increase chances of the Mcbain having a Panzer IV stick and do some really nasty work with this Ashablois. Still, Mcbain is wielding his infantry quite aggressively. Like, he is not sitting back here. He's always looking for opportunity. There you go, Commando glider landing practically in the midst of everything, unloading its cargo of hardened, vicious, murderous, with silenced Sten machine guns. Light gun bomb off there as well. And there you go, the assault continues. Mcbain's forces in the full right, falling back here towards the Schwab Hunt, forcing Mcbain into there. In fact, just retreats. That's going to be the safest anyways. Line gun firing away. They got 5 kills, eventually 2 there. Bombarding the glider to prevent here, or deny specifically Ashablois fort retreat point here. Very sensible. Troops reinforcing, healing out the Schwab Hunter quarters there. Officers setting up for the Panther 4 Model J. As that is going to be very necessary for Mcbain to have a chance here against Ashablois forces. Currently speaking, 6 Panther going up, they're going to try and destroy it, but in this case, the humble stone wall provides refuge. At least a while there. Folks, they're immediately taking loss, trying to salvage here, but under fire here, it's not going to quite work out for him easily. But I like Mcbain trying to salvage. Still no sign of a doctrine though. Mine going off here, killing Soul Sappers members with not an upgraded mines by the way. Getting another start there, but Ashu's finally taking up. Nima Mcbain though is very close to the Panther 4 Model J, the Panzerkampfwagen 4, Ausführung J. Sturmpioniere advancing there. Veteran 3 already, 12 kills, in fact slowly approaching Veteran 4. Not really Veteran 4, Veteran 5 provides like any actual, combat benefits. It's mostly stuff like, they can construct faster and they take less damage for repairing, but it's like, it's Veteran 3 is basically where they peak in terms of combat anyway, so. The final 2 Veterans levels are just basically for show. But there you go, Panther 4 the Anthem Mcbain, to probably consider some more surviving here with line for guns, going to do some damage, I think, to Ashablois. Infantry, also help with the support weapons. Company command post up. Ashablois, I think at this could be tempted to go for the Comet, wouldn't be a bad pick. Of course, between up versus the incoming Panther 4 Model J. Mcbain, though, really badly needs more infantry. Orbisgarden would be a good pick. We could also go for something like Luftwaffe ground forces for some Fallschirmjägers. Going here for the glider to finish it off. There we go, Orbis on the way there for him. Direct hit of the machine gun here. Oh, he's killing the gunner. He got 6 kills on it. Betty 2 glider is now cleared out and is salvaging it for fuel. Good work there by Mcbain. Thumbs up. And there you go. Panzerkampfwagen 4 Gefechtsbereit. Ashablois meanwhile still hasn't anything going on there. No armor or upgrades. But I would again not be surprised to see hammer tactics. Commandos being routed here. Killing the lead man there. Pimp machine halfway down there and the Panzerkampfwagen 4. Orbison squad almost under Mcbain. Charging forwards. Sturmpioneer gaining actually 4. Probably should put away the minesweeper since they're not swinging mines, they're killing Englishmen. Crucial difference. Damage engine here from the anti-tank and upgrade, that takes another hit. Mcbain loses the Panther 4, that's going to be, well, quite frankly, horrible, but great for Ashablois. Absolutely amazing even. Also moving forwards, cannon crit here with the LMG-34, and there you go. Seizing it, back here to reinforcing, and we get hammer attacks for Ashablois. That's going to be definitely a Comet on the way here. Orbison advancing forwards here with their K-90Ks, and soon, their Leichter Maschinengewehr, the M13. And there you go, great hit from the line gun there, killing several section members, making it easy for the Orbison to push through here.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
Two on the limits of 36, and there you go, a light machine ready here for these mighty Orbissoldaten, these elite infantrymen. And I know someone's going to complain, but dang, Orbissoldaten is just a rank. Well, that's what Relic is calling them, you nitwit. So I work with it. And technically, it wasn't uncommon for the German, particularly by 1944-45, to scoop together some of the finest men in your division and form up these sort of smaller, more elite units to actually, act as, the elite reserve of the division. So, fun fact there. Fun fact. Folks, they're holding up. Strap on the course, they got a cannon of note from Mcbain. Panther 4 heading northwards. Probably just trying to flank a bat if possible and pushing the catch there and stand back. Ooh, that was a nice grenade there. If they can catch the anti-tank and then clear it out, that'd be huge for Mcbain and a huge problem for Ashablois. In fact, it looks like it's going to happen here. Got the obstacle from the south. This jump up around there. Goes 6 crew exterminated. Well, of course, they try and salvage it or grab it. I mean, against the bitches, securing it and turning against them would be a fairly, I think, sensible idea. But salvaging for fuel wouldn't be terrible either. But I think in this case, and obviously this is from my perspective, he's obviously going to go for comets there. Having an anti-tank to help sit the Panther 4 like Kenny Vilshanka can be great. Going to base. Could get a wipe on Ashablois. That'd be pretty good. Pretty good. Even 2 wipes here. Actually, multiple wipes is possible, but Mcbain doesn't know that Ashablois right now. I mean, if they'd gone in, they could actually wipe probably all of the infantry machine gun and possibly won the game right there. But Mcbain, concerned what's in the base there, or hiding about their disengages. So, missed opportunity. Obviously, again, he doesn't know it. In most cases, he'd probably make the right decision, but it really is unfortunately just being watching it with full perspective and just looking, wow, he almost had the entire game there. Like, he's just driven in there, boom, GG, Nuremberg trials after the war. But you get the idea. Another MU-34 there from Mcbain. Still no doctrine though. And this rate I'd expect look for ground forces simply for the air support. Or maybe fortifications for the Packers, bit of an emergency there. But there you go. Comet tank out here for Ashablois. Panford running behind the sappers and the machine gun there. Tank for the jump on his right as well. They're close to the ace level. Comet rushing forwards here for Ashablois there. Equipped with its 77mm gun, which is basically just a shortened 17-pounder gun, but given the name 77mm to avoid logistical issues, since that's used different ammunition from the 17-pounder gun. Grabbing the southern field point there. Could follow up another Panther. Was the Comet? They probably want either Yak Panther or Panther. Yak Panther would be the cheaper choice. Also with a higher rate of fire. Better range, though less penetration. Despite technically the Yak Panther 4 height dash 70 and the Panther using the exact same gun. Gonna shoot bounce off the Comet's armor. Back here to reinforcing, getting ready for the next big push. Line for gun there with 13 kills, very close to 15 feet. We got 267. Sabres there being reinforced. Panther engaging there. We got 15 kills, close to 22 here. 17 kills, even closer to Veteran 2. But there you go, Comet engaging, getting up as well. Then you can get with the Panther 4 here. Again, they're punching through the Comet's frontal armor. Comet, though, easily punching through the Panther 4's armor. Return the south here, folks, got right by the section. Commands moving up. They're going to try and probably attempt a wipe here. Might even go for the light gun bomb retreat, but may not need it, because they're retreating across negative cover. Yes, indeed. That light gun bomb would have been superfluous. So that's definitely a bit of painful others. Mcbain was down to not enough infantry again, but light will preserve manpower for now at least, for some armor. But definitely should consume more infantry in a doctrine. Obviously at this point would also be a very good idea to get. Still surprised we're actually 23 minutes of the game, there's still nothing there from Mcbain, still nothing. Smoke bomb off here from Nemesis, aka Ashablois, thumbs up. Clever, clever. Penfolding southwards. Comet good to go once more here for Ashablois. Either planning to sum us up for King Tiger, they're planning a Panther. Commands are being caught between the Panther and the orbs on there, almost taking out from the 40, like opening up. Failing to penetrate the Comet's frontal armor. Again, Panther needs to get getting stuck though here due to the victory point in case you get Panther used like the points where the space just can't maneuver around these and actually costs Mcbain, I think, the Panther 4 a stinging blow. Again, due to victory point Panther issues. That's pretty rough there from Mcbain. Had the Panther 4 maneuvered around it better, but Lofton lost the focus for fact now short in infantry as well. Not great here for Mcbain, but of course amazing for Ashablois. White phosphorus here and regular mortar bombs there. Mortar in fact going down here. Devastating Mcbain's position here. In fact, almost taking out like Kedner for 2 thumbs up. Overlooked ability, but can be really devastating in a densely packed opponent's position. But need to, well, get out more armor and of course more infantry and still choose a doctrine. Still surprised at that one. But yeah, tanks can get a bit finicky around big 2 points and strategic points. And they're too close to them, they can sort of start to like get around them. Which point you get situations like that where the base is just not moving for several seconds while they just take several hits from the opponent. Comet there being fixed up. Panther almost done from Mcbain. Still nothing in the victory point department though. Commandos, Valley advancing on the part of the enemy 34. They've got artillery firing down further here, killing one of the machine gunners. Camping forward, shooting them away there. The Panzerkampfwagen 5. Sections repressed, screening for assistance there. This German machine gun fire Rex from the Indy 34. They're almost taken up with the light infantry, just like seen, which is slowly approaching Veterans 4. Common, they almost good to go here for Ashablois. Now the 6-point gun there for Ashablois as well. Far southeast section left against the opposite that's still in heavy cover. The Panther Voix Boob trapped the sun of extra point. Very nice. They've got 175 to 350. That's fire pushing out the section.
Ready to do some damage.
There we go. Fresh anti-tank gun out for Ashablois in the south. Panther pursuing the section with machine gun and main gun. Lewis drops dead. Comet going for Derek in the centre, pulling in the Panther from the south towards the centre. A line for court here. Panther moving up. Of course, wants to stay clear from any possible anti-tank signing out. There still needs to react to it fast. So there you go. Great hit first. Comet gets it off. Panther returns to the favour. So it's going to shoot bounce off the Panther's armor. So there's the Comet. Panther gets another hit there. Line's going to fire again. Needs to pull back. The Kim gets off a shot there. Panther trying to get another shot here, but looks like Mcbain is being very cautious. While Ashablois is more willing to be aggressive with that Comet. Far up north, command squad heading for the northern point. He also affecting the fuel point somewhat. If it wasn't called for the Share Pointed Quarters, which effectively shuts that down without any serious support there. Company repairs here. Panther being held back, and I imagine also being repaired. Yes, indeed. You can sort of see that slowly being fixed up there. Line for gun almost taken out here. Starting getting the Panther against some extra hits here. Maybe fit for getting grenaded. Almost getting wiped as well. Panther shoots and snipes Lawrence. About to destroy the machine gun. Jumping here getting the ace. Very nice there. Closing town from the north. Mcbain that really needs more infantry at this point. I suspect he's trying to go for another Panther Force, another medium armor here instead. Both being hammered. I think they might have tried to Panther Force the Comet, but it didn't work out. Instead, nice jump. Ace about to get wiped here with the Comet. Gun over full flank from the south here, not bad. Taking away the anti-tank, taking her down from the Comet. Panther moving in, sticks in some extra shots there against the British armour. Another hit from the Panther from the Comet, piercing the frontal armour. Back hit was reinforcing healing. Bit quiet there between the two sides. All being repaired. Ashablois close in a second Comet. Meanwhile, Mcbain. Well, if they go for another Comet, they'd obviously need another Panther. They need the Yak Panther 4. Panther 4 here would be, well, less amazing with this is happening to go for. We also got Luftwaffe ground forces. As expected in the end, he's going to go for it 70 for the Luftwaffe assault ability at the end. Airborne assault, to be specific, is their ability. And hope to that way, you know, destroy Ashablois in a singular, decisive engagement. Captain forwards here. Group set goes off, cutting one man, and the other significantly weakening for the Panthers to finish off them, obviously the entire squad there. Second counter away there for Ashablois. Panther form was done there for Mcbain. Going for the Commandos, but hiding out, and there go conquering in. Need to go for the Panther, need to be careful. Also bringing like them shoot bouncers. Penetrating on the Panther from 6-point gun. Another hit from the Comet. Panther half hits, eventually 2. Still hits from the Comet, pushing down to less than half health. Get export called in here by Mcbain. Was the timing correct for this? Or was it too early or too late? Something pinned down. And with this, Ashablois quickly disengaged without suffering that much damage. Got another one. The Commandos, in fact, bit the dust, so that worked out there from Mcbain. Panther rushing forwards there. Gonna go for the anti-tank, I imagine. Getting rid of that would be pretty good. Comet moving forwards. Panther being repaired, so basically the Panther will fire ahead there without sufficient support. Again, the shooter gets in through the Comet with the Panther towards the height. Lightning. Ooh, that was very lucky. Bounce a shot there from the Comet. And gets away. Good lord. The odds on here may not be as lucky now. They do get the 6-pound gun. And they narrowly also escape. We got 114 versus 350.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
Artillery fire here. We got another truck on the way there for Mcbain. Probably the mechanized. Well, it is the mechanized revenue. That's all he can build. I don't think he's going to go for it immediately. He's for a King Tiger. It's probably just for repairs. He still needs more infantry. It's gone for Fulton and scored. Panther rushing in on his own. I think Mcbain is starting to get perhaps a bit desperate. Better to the game though, but still with straight in front of almost every gun here under Ashablois' command. Definitely not optimal here. Panther hit from the Panther with the extra armor there from the 22 bonus. North here, got the fucking round of the section. Comet, nice hit there. A counter chance, another opponent pushes another hit, and there go mechanized regiment for Mcbain. Panther 4 Model J almost fixed up. But now the Panthers need repairs, and that is pretty badly.
Shit! They're trying to get a shot at our flank!
Very pretty badly. Now those repairs need it. Second between the Oberstaden. Another hit there. Oh, actually looks like it took a bounce. Grenade on like him. That's a great spot for the camera to be in. Panther 4 holding back. The cameras are cleared out. Painful stuff there. Painful stuff. And there the kennel's finally done. Light infantry gun is veteran 4, slowly approaching veteran 5. In fact, it is very close to the A's level. It's not just slowly, it's actually quite rapidly. Another 6-pound gun there for Ashablois, 6-pound crew there. Nearly avoids getting smashed out there with the artillery piece.
The enemy have wiped out an infantry section.
Gets a section wiped in, some ways still close in other ways. Actually, they got almost roughly the same force size now. There you go, Comet Panther line over the Commandos is closely approaching, I believe, the ace level. Yes, indeed, Panther meanwhile is speedily approaching death.
6-pounder anti-tank gun finished. We've lost an anti-tank gun.
More shots being fired. Another shot there. Got ace level there on the Comet. Panther slowly approaching, mentioning 3, the increased rate of 5. He can get, I think Mcbain has a shot there with shooting something mold. He's not still super strong into there. Go Fox World wipe. In fact, Mcbain has very little left now here. Though admittedly, Ashablois doesn't ton either, but they do have 2 Comets, and Mcbain and his 1 Panther and the Panther 4, plus 2 anti-tank guns for Ashablois. There go Panther on top there, getting hammered by the Comets and the 6-pounder gun. The Panther 4 is going to go down here, unless they get very lucky, and they didn't. Now the down just to the Panther here versus 2 Comets and 2 6-pounder guns. That is definitely very dangerous here for the Panther. Panther's down to less than half health now here. British armor advancing. Looking like I can take out that Panther 4 there. We go. Still on Panther taking as well. They're more full considering Mcbain. The situation, I think, has completely fallen apart here for the Germans. Repair punning trying to work there. Panther shoots. So close, 53 there. So close. Can Mcbain get to that point? Problem forwards to try and cover up the light infantry gun. And there they go. Air supremacy operation. Ashablois calls in the finishing stroke here from the RAF. So Bomber Harris committing to do his thing, which is, of course, is to absolutely mercilessly bomb Germans. Fantastic comment. And there you go, Panther Sturm Pioneers wiped out. Mechanized Regiment somehow survives, but most of Mcbain's forces at this point are utterly gone. So there you go. GG, game over. A brutal slaughter here in the end. Mcbain and Ashablois, for the most part, I think quite close. Mcbain, I feel like at times had some slight unfortunate tactical maneuvers. Also, the lack of infantry and lack of doctrine, I think, much sooner proved to be a huge help there for Ashablois. At Mcbain, I think, gone for ground force sooner for, say, Falchion makes next make use of the Valley Assault. I think Mcbain would have been a better spot versus Ashablois, to be honest. But there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. I learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell a friend, tell a family, don't tell enemies. This is Imperial Links and cheers. Thank you for watching. I'm sure tomorrow again for a nice episode. Bye.